What's up, gamers? My name's Scyushi, and we're back in some more Trove, and LUXION seems to be here this week. His inventory kind of sucks. How y'all doing though today, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully hopefully your day is going great and this video makes your day even better. Good God, I don't even know how to YouTube anymore. Take a 2-week break and suddenly I just completely out of touch. Don't even have my commentary skills anymore. Welcome back. So here's LUXION's inventory. It's not very good. It's kind of one of his worst inventories yet, which isn't too bad. Just like in the whole scheme of things, it's not that bad just because LUXION's inventory has been consistently down the middle with a little bit leaning towards a good inventory. It's been a while since we had one that was just outright awful, and that's what this one kind of is, except the items that he's actually selling are, I don't know, harder to get. Like, they're kind of rare, you know what I mean? Anyways, so the first item we're going to be talking about is the Golden Horde Dragon Soul, which, as I've talked about in countless other LUXION videos, you can only get 15 of these per visit with LUXION. He visits every second week instead of every weekend. I don't know why they don't change that, seriously. And out of getting 100 of the Golden Horde Dragon Souls, you'll end up getting tons and tons of mastery, as well as a couple different mounts and etc, etc, right? I think I got it on my Fate Trickster. No? Do I have it on my Ice Age? Which character did I put this mount on? Yeah, there it is, the Ice Age. So this is going to end up being the maxed out LUXION mount. You'll end up getting a good ally, you'll end up getting some weapon styles, weapon aura and stuff like that, but ultimately this is what you're going for in the end. The fully fleshed out dragon that can fly and can also end up shooting the fireballs, which end up throwing flux on the ground, which is really, really dope, and I really like the video effects on it. It's actually one of my favorite dragons. I still like the Rescended form. Is that even the right term? The form before this one, the adult dragon instead of the ancestral, I think that's the category that they're in, is LUXION right here. So it's got those same dopey little wings, and then this final form has like the extended extra parts to the wings. Anyways, it's just a cool mount. I like it, even though I don't particularly use dragons that much anymore, honestly speaking. And then there's the Streamer Dream box number 2. So Streamer Dream 2 boxes are different than 3 and just a normal Streamer Dream box. I know that it can end up being confusing, but if we go into the Allies tab right here, and we scroll down, you can see there's Streamer Dream, and this is not, it should actually be relabeled to Streamer Dream 1, I think. But these are allies that were based off of streamers. So there, you know, there's one based off of me, there's the Playful Scytheling, and then there was a bunch of other, you know, other streamers of the time. Most of these guys, unfortunately, have quit. Then they ended up making a couple more. So they made Streamer Dream Box 2, and these will end up giving you all of these guys right here. The point is that you can only get one of these boxes. They don't give mastery, but ultimately it's going to give you a random ally that you don't already have. So if you by happenstance just happen to have like all of the allies, then you're out of luck. This box is absolutely useless. Honestly speaking, it being 50 dragon coins is a little bit steep, just because I can feel you guys. I know how difficult it can be to get dragon coins just by doing all the stupid challenges and stuff like that. But anyways, you get some good stuff out of it. There's the Streamer Dream 3 boxes, but obviously we're not tackling that today. And then there's the LUXION Style Stash. You can only get 5 of these, and they're literally going to end up giving you seasonal, event, pinata, or LUXION equipment styles that you don't already have. So basically it's 15 dragon coins for 1 mastery. That's ultimately what it's going to end up giving you. You can get you know, again, some old seasonal items, some old event items, some pinata items. So there's a very, very rare chance that you can end up getting a style of weapon or hat that you might be like, whoa, that's actually really cool. I like that a lot. So maybe it's worth purchasing them. But in all honesty, if you're just focused on being efficient with your dragon coins and going for mastery, this is, I mean, you can do better than this. There's not really much point in spending on that. Then there's the Giant Brown Tortoise Wall Trophy. Every single trophy that LUXION ever sells is a beginner's trap. Let me let you know that right here, right now, very clearly. These are going to be trophies that as far as I know, are unattainable from just normal enemies in the game. So, I mean, a giant brown tortoise, I don't know if they made this just for fun and threw it into LUXION's inventory, or if it was based on an old enemy type. Usually the trophies that LUXION sells are going to end up being based off of enemies that were from the alpha, and even from before when I started playing the game, which was the official closed beta on PC. And when I say that, I mean because the game launched on Steam and they still said it was in beta. And then when it launched on console, they said it was beta again, and it just... This game had the longest beta running ever. Like, they used it as an excuse to say, you know, so that they could launch the game and thus bring in like more of an audience. But anyways, now we'll get to the bulk of the items. But before we do that, I just have one thing to say. If you are new to Trove and you find any of my videos helpful for whatever reason, please use the sign up link in the description. It's right there. All you do is just sign up for the game, and then anything you end up buying out of the cash shop, I'll end up making a percentage of it. It doesn't increase the value of anything in the cash shop. It's just an honest to goodness way that you guys can help me out, and it's really, really awesome. A huge thank you to all of you that have done that, because it's continuously supported me just very, very much. You know, like, it's just, what can I say other than thank you guys? And thanks GameAgo for giving me the opportunity of actually, you know, making a living from Trove stuff. Like, good God, I imagine if I had this sign up link when Trove was like way more popular. Good God. It's kind of sad when you think about it, like, but anyways, that doesn't matter. It's just, I just like to put into perspective that Tryon Worlds, I mean, you know, I don't really hold any malice towards the company or anything, but they didn't really take care of their content creators, and GameAgo has been doing a pretty stellar job. So anyways, let's move on. So we've got the personal pop parade dance pad. That's a mouthful, isn't it? You definitely want to get this if you can afford it, just because it's a lot of fun. It's really cool. It's a dance pad, and dance pads are pretty much the best mag riders in the game, just because the normal mag riders kind of suck. But this one is going to end up having some really funky tunes, so you're going to end up having some pretty cool songs based on the character that you're using on the dance pad, especially if you go onto a mag rail track. Honestly, at this point, I could probably put out a tutorial specifically talking about mag rails, just because the game doesn't explain them very well at all. I mean, I think it uses it in the tutorial area like once, and then you never see them anywhere else, because mag rails was a interesting concept early on in the game that just never really caught fire. You know, people use it in certain club worlds to end up making music tracks and stuff like that, but other than that, you know, now that we've got portals that we can use to teleport around in club worlds, you don't really need to use mag rails for travel time or anything like that. And most of the newer players in Trove, not all of them, but most of the newer players aren't really going to get involved with how the music works or anything like that, because you can actually make your own custom songs in this game. And people, you know, a club that I highly recommend you guys check out on PC anyways is Google Translate, because it's literally got like Sonic music and Mario music and stuff. It's really, really dope. So anyways, Snug Lovebug Rug is going to be the next one right here, and I want to point this out as well. You can see that the dance pad I can buy and the ally I can buy, but these two I cannot. Now, the fact that I can buy these means that they're tradable, because the ones that you can't buy are not tradable, because the Lovebug was from an event or something in the past that is otherwise unobtainable as of right now. So you can unlock it once with your dragon coins, and then once it's unlocked, you can't buy anymore. Same with the Digsley's Shadow as well, which I think this was from the like the, you know, hedgehog doesn't see his shadow or whatever the heck that is. It's like an American holiday. Okay, I don't know, Groundhog's Day, whatever. But anyways, here's the mount, which, I mean, I don't care about the carpets. I honestly never have. Even back in the beginning of the days of the game when they had the carpets, I thought that they were okay, but I didn't really understand why so many people were so like coveted towards these. I think back in the day they were expensive because they were rare, and nowadays, I mean, there's just so many, like hundreds of different mounts, that it's like, if it's not a super duper cool mount, nobody cares. But the carpets did ended up at one point, they all ended up getting gliding, so they can all fly, which is cool. Back in the day, you know, I'm still referencing super duper old school Trove. This is one of the faults of me being such an old school gamer with all of this Trove stuff, is I've got all this needless trivia in my head, because, you know, back when I played this game, there was no gliding to the carpets. It always made sense for them to glide, but they never ended up originally having it. And eventually they ended up going back and changing all of them so that they could end up flying through the air. And I mean, it's got some nice VFX to it and stuff, and the animations are definitely good for the carpet, but it's like, I just don't really care. It always makes me think of Aladdin. I don't know. So then the ally itself, you can see he's right here. I actually really like this ally just because Cubesley, which is this, you know, the base model for this ally right here. Cubesley's probably one of my favorite allies in the game because he looks so stupid, and if we dance, he does a heavy metal dance, which I just think is like so adorable, you know, like he's such an idiot, and that's what I like about him. Maybe because I can relate. Hey, wait a minute, that was an insult. No, the reason I like this guy so much though is because he's got like so much video effects on him. It's very rare to have this amount of graphics on an ally, and it just looks cool, you know, like it kind of looks badass. I like the fact that he's got the glowing eyes. I want to see the same effects on Shadow Tower themed allies. I think that would be great. I love how I'm in Do Not Disturb and people still join in on me. It's not bad, but thank you for understanding and not standing right on top of me. So the ally is going to give you 35 to Lasermancy. This shadowy shadow makes exploring even shadier. Okay, so anyways, 35 Lasermancy. So it's pretty useless to actually use the ally itself, but at the least you can end up having it as something that you just use out in the world. There's Cubesley right there. That's the default idiot. He's adorable. And then there's the Refined Raptor. The Refined Raptor is, as far as I recall, he was a decent one. I think he was from the daily tokens. Back in the day, there was these daily tokens that you would log into the game and you would end up getting them. I can actually show you guys really briefly right here in the club world because we've got the table set up. But you'd log into the game, you would end up gaining a token, and you could spend it on various items. What most people tried to do was save all of their tokens because there was always 2 really good items that you could end up buying at the Radiant Dayspring. They finally, only recently, have changed the Radiant Dayspring to now harbor old event items. So confetti balls can be crafted here now, and in the future, there'll end up being more event items crafted here as well. But all of the other, you know, items have been since removed, which means, where is it? I've got it like somewhere in here. I've got like a boon box. Did they remove it? Did they remove my boon box? Hold on one second. I gotta try and figure this out. Okay, no, they didn't. I just ended up moving it because I'm an idiot. Okay, so this right here, Hathath's Boon 2018. This is an item you cannot get anymore. You could either exchange those daily tokens for the items outright, or you could chance it for these boxes that could possibly end up dropping the rare item, right? So you can see this very rarely contains the little Bergie pet. But the big thing that I ended up investing in with those boxes is because they had a cash shop equivalent where you could literally buy those tokens, the daily login tokens, and you would be able to get Bound Brilliance from it, which Bound Brilliance, as you guys may not or may know, is actually used for gem augmenting items. That's why I have over 3,000 Bound Brilliance, because there's just no way to end up farming that amount anymore. And I wasted so much freaking money on this, dude. It's not even funny. But anyways, there's my little ally, which is trying to follow me around, but everybody's attacking me, so I probably should get out of here. There he is, that cute little raptor. I actually really like the way that he looks because he's a black raptor, and raptors are just cool, man. Like, I always thought they were neat. So he has got physical damage and magic damage at 8%. Now, I know that that might confuse new players. What that basically means is that you can use this ally with a magic character or a physical character. It's not giving you extra magic damage when you're using the knight, you know? Like, it's not like it's going to end up increasing your damage on both parties. It's just the fact that this ally is universal and you can use it on any class. That's pretty much what that means. It also has 6% to attack speed, so I don't know, cool, I guess. Suave and silky smooth. It is nonetheless a savage hunter. Okay, everybody's starting to stand on me now, and it's kind of bothering me. But thanks so much for watching, gamers. Really appreciate it. Smash that good button. Sub for more if you want to see more, because we're going to have Trove as often as I can anyways. But we've got other games in the boiler that I'm waiting to play as well. So anyways, thanks for watching either way. It's good to be back. The break was really nice for me, but still trying to kind of collect my thoughts, and also still really trying hard to edit that vlog video, because I literally have like hours and hours of footage to go through. I was in Japan for 2 weeks if you're just tuning in. It was awesome. Sayonara and stay epic, gamers.